S what are some of the lies that the enemy tried to plant during your healing season, and how did you combat them?
Um, Definitely that I would always be in that space.
Mm,
Um, that like it would never get better. Like that I would just always feel the way that I felt. I would never get any relief from what I was feeling in that season.
mhm.
Um, I mean, there were a lot of lies. He's busy when he knows that we're vulnerable.
Yes.
Even just like before when I was contemplating the divorce, it was like, well, who's gonna want you with them kids? You done been married all these years and you getting older. He tells us a lot of lies. But again, like I was saying, like standing on the word and being able to fight. Because we know, like when we get close to God and we know his character, we know that that's not him saying those things,
Right,
right?
right.
And because we already know that the devil is a liar, we can guarantee that those things are not true.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Amen to that,
Yeah.
yeah. Because, I was 40, and I was just like, "Oh, man, I'm
Hmm.
I'm you know, and we just had a daughter together, but even still, I was like, at 40, I was like, "Man, I don't even know if I even wanna go through this again initially." Dead, because
Yeah.
like, when I got married, I was 23, 24.
Me too. I was 23.
Okay, yeah, and so looking back, I was a
Yeah.
kid, you know? So
Yep. Ain't no better.
I know, right? That's
That's what I say. I ain't no better.
no, I hear you. That's my answer too. I ain't know no better.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know what I knew then. I don't know. I didn't know then what I know now.
Real. I want to take a quick break, and I want to take a word from our sponsor at Love Fearlessly Intimacy Card Deck. This is something that my wife and I created. 30 cards. If you are on a date or you plan on, marrying or just getting to know someone, whether you're in, almost that stage where you're thinking about contemplating the wedding ring, all that kind of stuff, 30 questions to ask. And so you can find it at scarytoremarry.com. So, Jenoir, I want to ask you a question from the deck.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. How do you manage conflicts or disagreements within a relationship?
Communication is big. Communication. A lot of times it's misunderstanding. There is miscommunication somewhere. And that was a really big thing for me after my divorce because the communication in my old marriage was not good at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was kind of like a skill that I had to really learn and practice. But yes, definitely communication is
Yeah.
is the way to, because it's usually just a misunderstanding. If both of you are willing to work together and you're level-headed and you want to come together and combat the problem versus fighting against each other, you can usually talk about it and you know you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Yeah, because communication is a huge issue when it comes to marriage. Um,
Hmm.
you know, women might say one thing and man say something else, and then
Hmm.
on top of trying to understand each other and all these things that we got going on in our marriage, and our life, and you know,
Yeah.
uh, unlearning old patterns and thoughts, and it's just like one thing that's worked for my wife and I and is working. Uh,
Hmm.
we have not arrived. You know what I'm saying? We still got struggles too.
It's a process, and that's okay. It is a process.
It's a process.